This is probably going to get tagged on to another video somewhere. Probably the start of a battle axe video, I'd have thought. So I'll dedicate this video to Ben Aubrey because I appear to have copied him. So that's my battle axe, which has a cracked glass, if we remember. Yeah. And then we have another one. So a gentleman called Kyle Farrington, who lives in St Helens, wanted to get rid of this. So I've been over there today, gone and grabbed it, Sunday by the way today, and brought it home. So the idea behind it is, obviously I don't want two, I just want one. However, this one's got a few issues, as you can see. Some of the red bulbs are in where they shouldn't be. That's a pretty straightforward 2-second job. One of the buttons is completely jammed down, that's fucked. That button don't work either, you can hear it's not clicking, so relay's gone in that. It's on the old quid, and he just wanted, I think his missus just wanted shot of it, to be honest with you, rather than him. So yeah, long-term or short-term goal, probably a goal for maybe this week, maybe next week, will be to strip down that one, because it's pointless having one with a smashed glass when I've got one without one. Somebody's decided to write on the bottom door, don't know why, but I'll swap the bottom doors out because mine's nicer, and give this one a bit of a clean up. And then we'll just go from there, basically. So hopefully we'll have one pristine battle axe at the end of it, instead of two ropey ones. Anyway, cheers. Right, okay, so last time you saw this battle axe, that button was broken. The button was actually snapped, so it's had a new button in altogether. That's meant to have a bottom piece on it that isn't present. So that's snapped, it was just pushed in completely. The switch on that one had gone, so I've sorted that out. I've swapped the reels out as well, so I've put the reels out of mine in, and the reason for that, I don't know if you can quite see how it's kind of warped in a little bit. Yeah, they're just, I think it's a heat that gets to them that just causes them to warp, but these ones are really poor on it, whereas mine are actually very good. So they went into this cabinet, and then the rest of the other battle axe is now kind of on the floor in bits, and some of it will get tipped, some of it will just get used for parts, and maybe eBay a couple of bits and pieces if I need to. But yeah, that's where this one's at. I also had loads and loads, I mean so many bulbs out, not just bulbs out. It took me about 5 goes to make this video, because every single time I start making the video I notice another bulb out, or I notice there's one the wrong colour in the wrong place. Managed to eventually get them all right, so the red ones are red and the white ones are white, and they all work, which is good. I'll give it a little play. So obviously for me it's a lot better on £25 than it was on 8 or a £5. Obviously I've kept the decal kit. Oh yeah, that's another reason I had to keep making the video. It had a coin inhibit on, so it only let you put 1 coin at a time in, which was really low to use. And I don't know where this machine's at, because I haven't actually played it. I've just floated it up with some money. Club Corrie's also 90% done now as well. That's been a bit of a labour of love. Had a couple of really annoying issues. Managed to get most of them sorted, and get the machine back together, only to find that one of the reels wouldn't physically move, or it wouldn't move properly. And spent all day messing around, swapping everything over. Smoked some magic, and he managed to sort it for me. I've I've messed that up very badly. Definitely messed that up. Oh well, not to worry. We'll take a hide and seek. Don was asking me how to check for his revolution, find out whether that was unchipped or not, and something just springs to mind. I am sure that on the unchipped ones, hide and seek offers you, after you gamble, 0, so you can get 006 quid instead of 116 quid, and that's one of the ways you could tell if one worked or not. There you see, that is probably red bulb again. Off his tits. And also, regardless of how degenerated you could make an unchipped one, it couldn't kill you on a step to a 310 or better. It physically didn't have the ability to. And it was just one of them tricks where you just had to basically wait the machine out until it got to a position where it wanted to pop on you. And then it'd do its streak. And generally after you'd had a streak, you'd get quite a nice period of play afterwards and maybe a couple of jackpots. And a lot of people now force these out. But then again, you catch them at the wrong time and it absolutely levers you. That's perfect. Now, if you get that and you'd been up like 7 on the trail, you'd have been laughing. If you had the right setup, of course. It spins to opposites as well. So if you had the blue 7 that's not got the 5 on it on that reel, and you got the whatever, but if you'd had the blue 7 there that's not, it would give you it would basically give you the one with the 5 on it, give you the opposite. Lucky 7? I'll do, same thing.
I am a warrior!
Oh, alarm.
Check it out! Check it out!
Brilliant.
Check it out!
Okay, so one hopper jam later and clearly no jackpot repeat because it loses a repeat chance and it's just spat them out. I actually just swapped the entire hopper out instead of fixing a jam because when I had a little bit of an inspect to it, it had been pulled apart a little bit, so somebody had obviously been trying to get to see if there's any money in it. So anyway, that's come out of it and just been swapped. Took me 2 seconds. Part 3. Doesn't look like it's streaked. Why there's a 20 quid bank limit on it now is beyond me, but I'll figure that one out. Must be a switch. I never finished saying what happened with Club Corrie, did I? So... Bloody hell. Finally got it to a working state where it was actually working, and it had blown up the alpha display on it because it had a short in the alpha, which I reckon's what had sent the power supply under in the first place. And eventually got it to a point where it's ash. Not taking that. 2 features. Gives me a chance. I expect the tenner, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that it pots off that. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to get it all back together again, and Reel 2 decided it didn't want to play ball. It was like spinning sometimes, not spinning the others. It was being a complete pain in the backside, and I'd spent most of a Saturday trying to figure it out, swapping parts around, and it turns out that it was one of the pins that goes into the motherboard had snapped, and you actually couldn't see it. If you looked at it from the top, if it just all looked the same, you couldn't see what the problem was, and Magic had told me to have a look at them, so I had a look at them, and it didn't move like the others did. They kind of do move sort of freely when you give them a little gentle tug, as far as like a little clip that sticks out, stop them coming out. And this one weren't moving, so I closer inspection, I had a look at it, and it was snapped. So I ended up putting another one in there, and that's sorted. The only thing that now needs is an update to the new quid on the mech. I cleaned the original coin mech up, and that's taking pound coins again, but obviously it's on old quids. A million steps. It's a 5 nudge jackpot setup for nearest win that. I wish you found them in the wild like this. Christ. No, normally wins then. That's an irritating switch setting, that, isn't it? Bank limit of 20 quid. There's the good news. I've got two different game cards of this, so it'll be interesting to see if they're the same version or different ones. That's one you want to hold. take a risk. I think that's there. It's going to be very close. I'll check it and find out. I can't be asked counting. Just about. This might have streaked. Nope. Free board. It's not streaked. That's just come randomly. Super. I think this will run it out of money because I don't think I've flowed it with enough. You bastard. It hasn't quite run out of money. It will be pretty close to being empty now. That board's paid for over time by the machine. It's like a separate little pot for it. Oh shit. Not looking at what I was doing. Let him spin. That should go to the blue 5. I am a genius, you're right. That'll kill me. It's a shit board, this, I think. Yeah, it's not even going back to 7s now. Which means it's blocking. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little play battle axe, a bit of action, and me waffling a load of shite. Which is kind of standard with my videos, to be fair. And there it is. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video.